Hello everyone, Courtney here from How to Loom Your Dragon. Welcome to my baby wolf tutorial. This tutorial is dedicated to Micayla Mingus. Alright, who loves wolves. Yay! So finally the baby wolf is out for you, Micayla. I hope you make him. I can't wait to see pictures. Okay, so for this project you need one loom. As far as the band count, check out the description of this video. Okay, luckily he is a smaller project and doesn't need a ton of bands compared to my other projects. Alright. Okay, so let's begin. I'm going to be doing a gray baby wolf. You can change the colors around and do brown or white or whatever color you want. Okay, so let's begin. We're going to start with the head. So first we're going to make some ears here. So we're going to take a gray band and we're going to double loop the gray bands. Okay, now I'm going to take a single gray band and wrap it, creating 4 loops around this peg to cap it off. Take a white band and wrap it, creating 4 loops on your hook, and then double loop a gray onto your hook and pull the white onto the gray and put the ends like this. Okay, I'm going to loop this. So as usual we go under the cap band. Grab the top band, which is this double looped band, and I am looping all the way up. Okay, same thing here. Okay, I'm taking 2 random bands of any color. I'm going to use pink here, just to tie off our ends here. You're going to make a second ear, just like this one. Okay? Alright, so I have 1 little ear, 2 little ears because I made 2. Okay, now we're going to work on the top of the head. So I am double looping a black band. There are some double looped bands in this project, mostly just on the head. Okay, not too many on the body. Okay, so just don't get discouraged. Alright, now I'm going to double loop a gray here and on this side as well. And now I'm going to double loop black. Double loop black here. Okay. Now I'm going to make the eyes. So my eye color is going to be blue. So I'm going to take a blue band and I'm going to wrap it, creating 4 loops on my hook. Then you're going to take a black band, wrap that, creating 4 loops on your hook. Okay, take 2 of the blue loops and bring them over onto the other side of the black, like that. Then we're taking 2 gray bands and pulling the eye onto the gray bands in order. So first the 2 blue loops, then the 4 black loops, then the 2 blue loops. We're going to place the edges of the bands around these pegs. Okay, let's make our other eye the same exact way. So loop a blue band around, creating 4 loops. Wrap a black band around, creating 4 loops. And bring 2 loops of the blue onto the other side of the black. Take 2 gray loops. Pull the bands onto the gray bands. Wrap the loops around the pegs. Okay, now I'm going to cap off here with a gray, wrapping it around, creating 4 loops. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ears and I'm going to stick my hook through the loops of one ear and then through the loops here of the other ear, okay? Like that. Make sure you're going through the loops and not between the loops, so I should be able to take off these tying bands and it should still stay on, okay? Alright, now we're taking a double looped gray onto the hook, pulling both of those ears on, and then I'm going to wrap the double looped gray around this peg here and this peg here. Spread the ears apart, grab 2 of the 4 band in the center, and you know what, we're bringing it forward. Bring it forward over this peg. Okay. Bring that ear up. Okay. Now, I'm going to begin looping. So, I'm going under the cap band here, grabbing the top 2 bands, looping them over, grabbing the next 2, looping them, looping up, all the way up. Okay, now I'm going to go in here and grab the black, just loop up that one, and same thing here, loop up the black. Whoops. Wrap that back on. Okay, like that. Okay, now we're going to go through the loops on the other side of the ear. And wrap them around this peg. Okay. And then we are looping up and then lifting so the ear is angled like that. Okay, same thing on this side. So go through the loops, wrap around this peg, and then loop up the gray. And then I'm going to pick a different color to tie off here. I'm going to use blue. Okay, it doesn't matter what color because we will be taking the bands off eventually. Okay, now we can take this off. Okay, just like that. Yes, it looks funny. It's supposed to look funny at first until we do the rest of the head. Okay. Hee. Okay, now we are double looping a black band here. And double looping a gray. These are all double looped grays. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 6. Okay, so I went down 6 times. I'm going to straighten my bands out slightly so they're not all twisted up. Okay. Now I'm going to take gray. I'm going to double loop the gray here 3 times on each side, so 3 times there and 3 times on this side. Okay, just straighten out these bands a little bit. Okay, now we're going to double loop white. Okay, double looping white for these horizontals. Okay, these are all double looped whites. Okay, I'm also going to do one here. Now I'm doing a double looped gray and a double looped gray here. Okay, now I'm going to take a black for the tip of the nose, and I'm going to wrap it around this peg, creating 5 loops. This might be tricky because it might want to snap as we loop. Hopefully it won't though. Haha. Okay, now I'm going to dig past that cap band, grabbing the top set of double loops, looping that over, grabbing the next 2, looping those, grabbing the bottom 2. Okay, I'm going to loop up twice. 2, 3. Why do I have it as 2 there? Alright, hold on. I'm just checking my diagram for a second. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you know what? I take off this double looped gray and lift up and take off this black one, this gray one here, and this gray one here. Oops. I accidentally diagrammed an extra row for some reason. I'm not sure why I did that, but okay, there we go. Alright, now I'm going to loop up twice on each side. And now we're going to take the forehead, we're going to turn it upside down so the ears are facing down. Okay. We're going to go through not the cap band, but the first set of black behind the cap band. So I'm going to go through the center of that. Okay. And I'm going to wrap that around this peg like this. Okay, once I've wrapped it, then I'm going to loop up 3 times. 2, 3. Okay? I'm going to loop up this side once, and this side once more. Okay, lift up the head, so now it's like this, okay? You can pull off the pink bands around the ears. I'm going to do that now. You can do it after if you want, but they're kind of in the way, so I'm going to pull them off. Okay. We are taking this set of black behind the eye, okay? We're going to go through the 4 loops from the side, okay? So we went through the 4 loops of that black band. We're going to wrap it around that peg and loop up. Same thing on this side. So again, we are going through the 4 loops of the black band behind the eye, wrapping it around the peg and looping up 1 time. And then here we're going to wrap around the 3 loose ends. Okay, so wrap around there, loop up. This end goes around this peg, loop up. And this end, oops, goes around this peg, and we're going to loop up. Ugh. If your band breaks, you got to fix it because it is double looped. Okay, so I'm just fixing my broken band. Okay. I'm going to tie off with a different color than what is already there. So I'm going to use pink because I have it blue, tied off blue here. So now I'm going to tie off with pink. Okay, then I can gently lift off. Okay, then you want to pop the eyes up through the right side, but don't pop them out too far because they will pop out like really funky looking. So just pop them out a little bit. Okay. Oh, how cute. Isn't he cute? He looks mad. Rawr. Okay, now I'm Trying not to let them pop out too far. Okay. Now, we're going to do the bottom jaw, okay? So, I'm now taking 2 gray bands at a time. Okay, now taking the white. Two whites at a time. Okay, now I'm double looping white. Okay, double looping sideways here. Double loop here. And now we're going to take the black. Yeah, you know what, I'm going to change these 2 whites to black. Okay, so here is black. Here. These are double looped black. And double loop white across here, okay? And then I'm going to cap off with a black by wrapping it around, creating 5 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now I'm going to take 2 white bands here and 2 white bands here. Okay, those were not double looped. Okay. Now I'm going to dig under the cap band to grab the bottom set, loop that over, grab the next set, loop that, okay, just like that. Okay, now I'm going to loop the diagonals. And I'm going to loop up to here. Okay, I'm going to take my pink bands and make a tongue. So I'm going to take one, wrap it around my hook, creating 5 loops. Take another one, double looped onto my hook, pulling the cap band onto that double looped band. Reclaiming the loop. Another double looped. Pull that on. Another double looped. Pull that on. And one more double looped. Pull that on. Now this tongue I'm going to be attaching right onto this peg, and then I'm going to loop up 1 time, like that. Okay, great. Now I'm going to grab my wolf head and I'm going to take off the blue tying bands because I have the pink tying bands on, so I no longer need the blue ones. Okay, now, 2, 3, I'm going to count back 3 sets. So, Alright, you're going to count back 3 sets from the side, which is actually the first set of white here. Okay. You're going to go through those loops of white, okay, and with the head right side up, you're going to wrap them around this peg, and then loop up these 2 white bands. Okay, same thing on the other side, so go through the 4 white loops, loop up. Okay, I'm going to actually lift up a little bit here so that it's not so tight. Okay, now I'm going to go through, it's hard to do here, the next set of gray in line. So right behind the white you have a set of gray. It's a little tricky, you want to take your time doing this. You want to go through those gray loops. If you can only get around the bottom 2 loops instead of all 4, you can just attach the bottom 2. It's not a big deal. I want to get all 4 here. No, I'm just going to get the bottom 2 loops. It doesn't really matter. You can do the bottom 2 or all 4. Okay, same thing on this side. Grab the bottom 2 here. Loop up. And now we're going to attach all 3 loose ends here. So one there, loop up. One here, loop up. Don't worry, the project gets easier after this. So the head is always the hardest part. Loop up. Okay, now I'm going to tie off with blue again, because my color right there is pink, and I want to again use a different color than what I have there, so I'm going back to blue. Okay, now I'm very gently lifting up the rest of the head from here. Okay, we want the tongue to stick through the mouth, so you might have to adjust that if it's sticking out the wrong side. Push the eyes back into the head. Oh, look at his little face. Push the ears up if you want. Oh, how cute. Okay, so we got his head done. So now we are going to be working on his front legs. Okay, so we are taking we're taking 2 blacks. Ooh, first we want to change our loom to the rectangular configuration. Okay, 2 blacks at a time, just here and here. And now I'm taking a black and a gray here, and a black and a gray here. 2 gray here, 2 gray here. Okay, now I'm going to double loop a gray across here, another double looped gray across here. Okay, now I'm going to take 1 gray and 2 white. Okay, now I'm taking 3 white, 3 white again, and 3 white again. Okay, now we're going to make a paw. So we're going to take a white and we're going to wrap it around our hook, creating 4 loops. Another one wrapped around, creating 4 loops. And another one wrapped around, creating 4 loops. Double loop a single white onto the hook and pull all 3 onto that. Push it down on your hook, put your finger through the other side whilst you take 3 bands and wrap it around your hook, creating 3 loops with them, and then reclaiming the loop on the other side. Double loop a white onto your hook and pull all the bands in order onto that double looped white band. Push it down, reclaim the loops. This is your paw. You're going to wrap that right around here. Okay, and we're going to loop up. Tie off with any color. And once you've pulled this off, you're going to make a second one. You can do it the exact same way. You do not need to mirror it. Okay? Do not need to. Once you've pulled it off, I'm just going to straighten it out because the bands are a little bit tangled, so I'm going to fix these tangled up bands. Okay. Alright, so I have, let me just fix this one here. Have a leg, and you can also, if you ever want to bend a leg, all you have to do is just stick your hook through the elbow, wherever the elbow would be, and just tug, and then you end up bending it. Okay, so if you want his front legs to be bent later, you can do that. Alright, so I have my 2 front legs. Okay. Yeah, okay. 2 front legs. Now I'm going to make my back legs. Okay. So I'm taking, let's see, I'm taking 3 black, 3 black here, and 3 black here. Now I'm taking 1 black and 2 gray. Same thing again. 1 black and 2 gray. And again, 1 black and 2 gray. Alright, taking 3 grays here, 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 and now I'm going to take 1 gray and 2 white. Then 3 white, 3 white again, and 3 white one more time. Okay, we have to make another paw. So take a white band, wrapping it around, creating 4 loops. Another white band wrapped around, creating 4 loops. Another wrapped around, creating 4 loops. Double loop of white. Pull it on. Push down, put your hook or finger through the loop. Take 3 bands, wrap around, creating 3 loops. Reclaim the loop, double loop of white. Pull all the bands onto those double looped white. Okay. Reclaim the loops. And wrap around this peg here. Oops, whilst ruining the entire thing. Grr. Okay. Take 2 grays, just add 2 grays at a time, just to put some horizontals here, and then just double loop a gray here. Okay, let's loop up this leg. Okay, tie off with whatever color. Okay. Alright, and then you're going to make a second leg. You can make it again the same exact way. I made this one. I'm going to again untangle the bands. Again, if you want to bend the leg, you can always stick your hook through the elbow and tug. Alright, so you have your 2 back legs, your 2 front legs, and your head. Yay! Okay, time to do the body. Alright, the body we are doing in 2 parts. So, just follow me. We're taking 2 gray bands at a time. Actually, let's put this here and this here. Not that it matters. That actually didn't matter at all. Whatever. Just do it this way. Doesn't really matter. I don't know why I keep changing. Haha. Okay, I'm just taking gray. Okay, now I'm going to take gray again. Alright, now a gray and a black. Ooh. You know what? I'm going to change this one to gray and black here. Gray and black here. And gray and black here. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay then. 2 grays. 2 grays. Gray and black. Gray and black. Then 2 grays. 2 grays here. These are all gray, 2 gray at a time. Oh, this one, you know what, this one. I'm going to put, where's my die? 1, 2, 3, okay. A white and a gray. Okay, white and gray again. And white and gray here. Alright, and then just 2 gray here and 2 gray here. Okay, now let's do some horizontals. So I'm taking 2 grays at a time. Actually, no, I'm sorry. This is a double looped single gray. Double looped single here, double looped single here, double looped single here, double looped single here. And now we are taking 2 gray here, 2 gray here, two gray here, 2 here, and a double looped here, and a double looped here. Okay, now I'm taking, let's see, I am taking my head, and I'm taking off the pink tying bands. Okay, I'm going to go through the center set that's tied off here. The head is right side up. I'm going to wrap the center set around this side peg, and the set on this side around this side peg. We're leaving the other one hanging off. Okay, I'm going to take gray bands and just lay them on the edge here. Okay. Okay, once I've laid them on, now I'm going to loop up like that, okay? Now go through this set here, loop up twice, and then we want to grab the two horizontals here, loop them over, and now we're going to go up here. Okay, and also loop up to here. Okay, I'm going to loop up one more time here. Okay, now I'm going to take one of my front legs, I'm going to hold it like this, so the paw is facing the head, go through the first set of black loops here, wrap them around this first peg, then loop up. Okay, go around, you know what, I'm going to undo that just because I'm actually going to wrap it around before I loop up. Okay, so I'm going to wrap the leg around here, and also the next one around this peg here. So wrap your two ends around before you loop up to it. Sorry, undo this one too. I'm messing up like crazy. Okay, so I looped up to here. Okay, I'm going through the first set of loops, wrapping it around here. In the second one, I'm wrapping around here. Okay, now I am looping up. Okay, loop up again. Sorry about that. And again. Okay, now take your back leg. One of your back legs, hold it like this so the paw is facing the head. Go through the 6 loops of this set. Wrap around here. Okay, I'm going to loop up once. Okay, go through the 6 loops of the middle set. Wrap around here. Loop up. And go through the 6 sets of the final set, wrap around there. Okay, so I looped up to the end. I'm taking a blue band and tying off. Okay. Woof, woof, so cute. Okay, I'm going to take off the pink tying bands around the leg, on the legs. Then we're going to work on the other half. Okay, so I pulled all those loose bands to the center. Okay, now we're going to do the other half for him. Oh, he's so cute. So it is essentially exactly the same, it is just opposite. So taking the gray bands 2 at a time. Okay, now gray and a black. And a gray and a black again. Then 2 gray. 2 gray. Gray and a black. Gray and a black. 2 gray. Okay. Now just with gray. Okay, take a gray and a white here. Okay, gray and a white here. Gray and white here, and then 2 grays. 2 grays. Okay, let's put our horizontals on. So double loop here, double loop here, double loop here, and double loop here, and double loop here, and double loop here. Okay, the rest are 2 at a time. Grays. Okay. Grab a front paw. Okay, we're going to go through the loops and we're going to attach it like this. So here, and the other one goes around here. Okay, just like that. And grab, okay, we're not going to touch the back one yet. Okay, now we are going to go through that center set again, the one that's still tied off here. Okay, we're going through this set again, wrapping it around this peg. Okay, and now we're going to go through the other side. Okay, and we're going to wrap around this peg here. Okay. I'm going to loop up these two, then these two, then dig down, grab the 2 horizontal guys. Oops. Grabbed the wrong guy. Roar, fool. Why must you be so difficult? Ignore what I'm doing. I just made a mistake and I have to fix it. Okay, anyway, so grabbing the top 2 horizontal guys. Okay, and now looping up, we can lift the leg up here, okay, because we don't want to catch that in here. Okay, I'm going to loop up here. Okay, I'm going to loop up to there, okay? And now I'm going to go up the sky. like that. Okay, now I'm going to take my back leg, go through the first set of loops, wrap the first set around this peg here. Okay, go through the second set. That goes around this peg. And the third set goes around this peg. Okay, loop up these two. Dig down, loop up these two. Dig down, loop up these two. And those. Okay, I'm going to tie off here again. Okay, take off. Okay, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take off the pink bands. Around the legs. Okay, so all the bands around the legs. And I'm going to take off the 3 at the neck here. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to pull all these toward the center and we're going to stitch them together. Okay. Oh, he's going to be so cute, baby wolf. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold them upside down. We're going to split them. And we have a set here where 2 sets are coming out, one on each side. We're going to go through the loops on this side and pull the first band through them. Push that band down on your hook, go through the next set. Pull the next band through, all the bands, push down on your hook. Next set, same thing. Next set, same thing. And just continuing. Till we reach the last one, okay, which is about here. Okay, so once we reach that last one, we're going to need a C-clip. Okay, because what we're going to do is we're going to hide it in the body. So I'm going to hold it with my finger while I take my hook and just go through some random bands in the body here. And then pull that band through those random bands and just C-clip it to keep it, okay, like that. We will hide that under the stomach when we do the stomach in a little bit, okay. Aw, so cute. Okay, great. Let's work on his tail. Okay, so taking my white bands 2 at a time. Double loop a white here and here, and then we're taking 2 whites at a time, here and here. Okay, we're going to take 1 more white and cap off here, wrap around creating 4 loops. Okay, dig down, grab the top 2, loop them over, Okay, take 2 white bands and tie off your ends. Pull this off. This is going to be the underside of the tail. Okay. Alright, now we are taking 2 black here, 2 black here, and 2 black here, a black and a gray here, black and a gray here, black and a gray here, okay, 2 gray, 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 2 gray here, 2 gray here, 2 gray here, 2 gray here. Then we're just going to take a gray and a white here, and a gray and a white here. Okay. We are taking a white, double looping it across here, taking a gray, double looping it across here, another gray, double looping it across here, and then we're taking 2 grays here, 2 grays here, and 2 grays here. Okay, now we're going to take our wolf, we're going to go through this set of loops here and take off the tying band once we've done that. We want to attach him upside down. He is not right side up, he is upside down. Okay, I'm going to wrap the loops around these 2 pegs, and I'm going to push them down as far as I can. It would have been easier if I did this at the bottom of the loom, but I didn't, so. Okay, take off the other set, wrap it around the other peg, and just push down as far as you can. Then we're going to take our hook and lift up the top 2 loops of each set that we wrapped around. We're going to double loop a gray and put it across. This is for the horizontal. Okay, replace the loops back on, make sure they don't come off. Okay, then we want to dig down each side and loop up the gray and the white on each side. Okay, then we want to loop up the 2 diagonals on each side here. Okay, loop up twice here, loop up twice here. Okay, take your tail thing that we made, the white thing. You're going to go through the cap band. You're going to wrap the cap band around this peg here, and then you're going to loop up 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Okay, lift that. Then we're going to go through the first set of loops on the side, wrap it around this peg, loop up. Okay, same thing on the other side, so go through the loops on the other side, wrap around on this side, loop up. Okay, go through the next set, wrap around, loop up. Same thing over here, wrap around, loop up. So we're just continuing that as we go up. Loop around here, loop up there, wrap around here, Loop up here. Then we want to not forget this one here, or these two actually. Loop them up. Okay, then we want to go through all the loops here, if you can get it. Try to get through all of these loops. And wrap them all around this peg, if you can. Haha. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take 2 white bands here. And I'm going to pull... Actually, no, I'm not. Just try to wrap as many as you can around here. Not a huge deal if you don't get them all around, just because we do have those 2 bands tying off. But just do your best. Okay. And then you're going to take 2... Let's do 2 black bands. And you're going to pull those 2 black bands through all of those bands. And do a slip knot. Pull that off. Aw, there's your little wolfie. Okay, I'm going to tuck all these bands in. So I'm going to go into the tail, come out near where, see, the white bands are, pull them in to the tail. Okay, just hide them in there. And same thing with the black bands, I'm going to hide them probably over here somewhere. So just pull them into the tail so nobody can see them sticking out at the end there. Okay, and now we're gonna do his little tummy. So cute. He is so cute, and he should be really fat because he's a puppy, right? Okay, let's do his tummy. So I am double looping a white here, then taking 2 whites, going down 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yep. Going down 9 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then you're going to double loop a white band once like that. You're going to double loop a white here, and double loop here, and double loop here, and do the same thing on the other side. Double loop here, double loop here, double loop here, take 2 at a time, double loop, double loop, double loop, double loop. Alright, take 2 at a time, going down this side. Double loop, double loop, double loop, double loop here, oops, okay, Now we're going to double loop some more. Here. And here. And here. And here. And up at the top. And here. So those are all double looped. And now I'm just going to take 2 at a time. Like that. Okay, now we need some gray bands for our edges. But first I'm going to cap off this edge here with the white, wrapping it around, creating 4 loops. I'm going to put 2 gray bands right on that cap band. I'm going to put 1 on each side here. And then I'm going to dig down to grab this top set of bands here. Grr. Hold on. Okay, so you loop those. Then you grab these. And I'm going to loop up the majority of the center. Like that, up to there. And now we are going to be placing gray bands on each peg. On the edge, like that. Alright. Loop up. Okay, and let's go up this side. Ooh. And I broke a band. Figures. So you just gotta be patient with me while I fix that. Such a pain when that happens, like seriously. Of all times to break, you decide to break at the very end, you dumb thing. So annoying when a band breaks. It's like, ugh. You have to do like a 10-step process when a band breaks. It's like the dumbest thing ever. It's very silly. Okay. Okay, so once you're at the end, you're taking 2 gray bands, pulling them through and slip knotting them together. Here. Make sure they're tight. Okay, then you want to lift off the stomach. Okay, pull all your edge bands to the edge. That's the wrong guy. Grab your wolf guy, hold them upside down. We are going to be attaching the stomach like this. Okay, the end with the cat band goes under the neck. Okay, so I'm going to put it here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn him, and I'm going to go through this set. You can start up here, I guess. this set of double looped bands. Actually, no, I'm gonna go hold them to the side. Okay, I'm gonna go through the side here. Okay, the side set. Actually, no, sorry. Go through the side of the middle set of the gray here, pull the first loop through that. Okay, so one of the loops in the center around the cap band. Pull that one through, then push down. Okay, then we're gonna go through the side set here and pull the next one through that. Okay, go through the side of the next one, pull that through, side of the next one. Notice I'm going through the sides of the sets, not the top. He should hopefully come out a little fat because he is a puppy. Or a cub. Wolf cub? Wolf pup, I think. Okay, so just go as far down until you reach. You're going to pull one of the tie bands through, acting as if that's one of the edge bands, okay? It doesn't reach exactly the end where the tail is, but it's close enough. Okay. Now we're going to do the other side. Okay, so go through the other half of that set here to pull the other band through that was around the cap band. Okay. Then go through the side here. Pull this set through. Okay, go through the next set. Okay, so we're just doing the same thing on this side that we did on the other side. If you have fiberfill, it's a good idea to stuff him as you go. Okay. And also if you have wire, you can always hose him. Oh, little puppy wolf. I'm going to stuff my guy before I close up the hole. So I'm just going to stick some fiberfill up in him. Make him a little chunky hunky puppy. Chunky. So you don't want to overstuff though. You don't want the stuffing like sticking out of the sides. So just be aware of that. What is this? Okay, anyway, just if you stuffed him, just continue to close up. Okay, so at the end you have 2 loose bands. Okay. So cute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab them in my fingers whilst I take my hook and go into the belly. Come out near where they are, pull them through. Grab a C-clip. Stick the C-clip back through. And there you have your baby wolf. So a little guy, okay. You can wire up his legs if you want to, okay. It's totally up to you, okay. I hope you like him, okay. Here's his daddy. Definitely make the big wolf too, if you have the time. Micayla, I hope you like this tutorial, and I hope you make this little wolf. Show me pictures. Okay, everyone? I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you for the next tutorial. Bye!